There are more than 1,000 open Java roles in Ireland today. The average starting salary for a junior in Dublin is around 45k, but 90% of career switchers fail at the negotiation table. Today you learn the bridge technique to fix your income. We role play the exact phrases you need to increase your offer. Warning: this is only for career switchers coming from non-tech jobs. If you are a CS student or a senior dev, this isn't for you. Let's get you into the Irish tech market. Welcome to the Career Code Journey. My name is Cindy de Albuquerque. In today's episode, we are going to master the bridge between learning and earning. I'm your Java expert in Ireland, and I know exactly how the hiring managers in Ireland think. What is this topic? This is a psychological professional positioning. As a Java developer, you are not going to beg for work. You are going to bring a lot of value to the company. Your skills are highly desired, so you can earn what you deserve. In the National Skills Bulletin, we see that there is a lack of Java professionals, of good Java professionals. That's why the companies pay a lot of money for these professionals. Not only because of that, but because these professionals deal with the most valuable systems in the companies. Why Java? Reason number one, stability. Most of the Java roles in Ireland are permanent. In unstable times, with war, crisis, the best place for you to be is in a stable career. Even during the pandemic, I was hired, even after 1 year of being out of the market. Reason number two, hybrid work. 80% of Dublin Java roles offer at least 3 days of home office. In my case, with 6 children, the best way for my family is for me to work at home. I could breastfeed all my children. I'm still breastfeeding my child. If there's an emergency, I'm already here. I've always had flexible work hours, so if I needed to bring them to the GP or collect them earlier from school, or if anything happened, I'm already here at home. That's why I'm recording in the car. They're making a mess inside and they're constantly interrupting. Reason number three, fast growth. You can reach a 70k salary in less than 3 years. I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm saying that it's possible. This is an area that rewards your effort. If you are willing to learn and to work hard, you will be rewarded. In most of the companies that I've worked, they have the well-defined career path, so you know exactly what you need to do in order to achieve the next level. So if you are willing to do those things, you will be rewarded. You might think that you are too old to start a new career. I understand your concern, but Irish companies love adults in the room. In Brazil, I didn't see any Java programmers over 40 in the companies that I worked. But here, this is normal. Your maturity is a feature, not a bug. The companies here are not worried about your age. They're worried about if you can solve their problem. And with all your experience and the right training, you can learn how to solve their problems. If you're not from Ireland or from an English-speaking country, you might be wondering that your English is not good enough. But the tech vocabulary in English is simple and practical. If you can explain the logic, like loop, if else, and you can solve the problems, you can pass the interview. Here in Ireland, most of my co-workers weren't Irish. They had their accents. Most of the time, English didn't come as natural. For example, myself. But we could communicate. We could understand each other. And that's the most important thing. Now, about salary negotiation. The wrong way is to arrive as a student begging for a job. You are not a student who needs help. You are a professional that brings a lot of value to the company and needs supervision. You got your offer. Congratulations. But you don't like it. The good news is that you can negotiate the offer. You just need to be calm and prepared. Before negotiating your salary, you have to do a market research. Don't guess the salary. Check the Morgan McKilling salary guide for Ireland. Look for Java developer in your region because you need a price anchor based on facts, not your old salary. You have to know how much other companies are paying for the exact same role that you are applying. For example, in Dublin, the salary for junior Java developers are starting in 45,000 euros per year and 55,000 euros per year. Be appreciative of the offer. Thank for the opportunity. And then you transition to the negotiation with something like, I've reviewed the offer and I'd like to discuss it with you. Then, the most important part, you are going to say, based on my skills, the projects that I've worked, and the market benchmarking for Java roles, I was expecting a base salary of, and then you say the range. I wanted to ask if there's flexibility to move closer to this range. Then you have to make a bridge from your experience to Java. Map your previous skills to dev roles keywords. For example, retail management becomes resource allocation and team logic. Hospitality becomes performance under pressure and client-facing logic. The logic is that you are not a beginner. You are an experienced professional who are transitioning to tech. I want to make a mindset shift here. I want you to understand that you are not starting from zero. I want you to understand that all your experience is valuable to the company. With all your experience and the right training, you can become a highly valuable professional. Then there are two outcomes. They can either say yes or no. Best case scenario, they say yes and you thank them. But if they say we can't increase the salary, what can you do? First of all, stay calm. This is normal. You say, I understand. Thank you for explaining. Then you follow up with, if there's no flexibility on the base salary, would there be room to discuss the other aspects of the offer? You can look for the total package in Ireland. Ask about health insurance, like VHI or LEA, and ask about pension matching. Usually, tech companies offer the benefit of matching. Whatever you pay for pension, they match and they pay the same amount. You can ask if there is flexibility of the benefits package and the professional development. For example, sign-on bonus, earlier salary review, extra PTO, remote or flexible days. The recruiters will ask, what is your current salary? Please never answer this because this is a trap. This is meant to keep your salary low. You are allowed to redirect. You can say, I prefer to focus on the value that I can bring to the company. And then you can ask, what's the budget for this position? Now remember, negotiation is normal, especially in tech. Asking politely will not cost you the offer. Remember, you are not asking for a favor. You are having a professional conversation. One calm ask can change your salary for years. Now, some important things. First, never give a number first. You are allowed to redirect if they ask you how much you are expecting to earn. Let them start with the value and then you negotiate. I want you to understand that in negotiation, usually the person who says the first number is the person who loses the negotiation. Second, remember to use the standard market when negotiating. This way you show them your value to the company according to the market. Third, I'm going to teach you a golden negotiation tip. The high interest but total detachment closing. First, you show you love the company, but you show that you have other options. Even if you don't have an offer yet, you most likely are in other selection process. So if you do, you can use that in your favor. Why? Because scarcity creates value. So you can say, I am very excited about this role, but I'm also evaluating other offers that align with my career goals. Did you like this video? Please click on the like button. If you know other people that might be benefited from this lesson, please share with them and subscribe to the channel.